It's Friday the 23rd of March, I'm Alistair Greener and this is the Swindon Show. Hello and welcome to the Swindon Show, coming to you from the Link Centre in West Swindon. We hope you enjoyed last week's show from Lydiard House, and if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, don't worry, it is still on our website, theswindonshow.com. Now this week is a very special week for Swindon Town because yes, on Sunday they're going to Wembley and we've got a very special interview with Don Rogers later on in the show. But don't worry, if you're not a football fan, we've got lots of other items for you. Now, we always want to hear from you on the Swindon Show. So, for example, if you've got an event that you need to be covered, maybe an interview we should have, maybe a restaurant you'd like to recommend, then do discuss it on social media. Of course, it is on Twitter, it's hashtag The Swindon Show, also on Facebook, or email us, studio@theswindonshow.com. So, what's on the show this week? Well, there's our What's On guide. We speak to ex-Swindon Town player Don Rogers. Give you all the info on the best places to eat in Swindon in our Eating Out guide. We hear from you, the people of Swindon, in our feature Swindon Voices. We speak to the Swindon Wildcats. Get all the sports news, including your thoughts from the county ground. We have our weekly competition, plus an energetic performance by the Hot Steppers. Having stormed the charts since their arrival in 2007, the Hoosiers are back and in Swindon. They'll be performing all of your favourites at the Mecca on Saturday. Having entertained crowds with his unique style up and down the country and caught the attention of BBC Introducing, Billy Lockett is coming to Riff Spa in Swindon on Sunday. After nearly 5 years of mischief, bad behaviour and political incorrectness, London's funniest show, Avenue Q, heads straight to the Wyvern Theatre in Swindon all next week.
Good afternoon, Wyvern Theatre Ticket Office. How can I help you? Uh-huh. Oh, no, I'm sorry. If you're not booking for Avenue Q, we have to end this call. Sorry. Bye. Aw, she sounded nice.
Welcome to Avenue Q!
Be careful, it's not one for the kids though. Having achieved success in over 4 countries, Nirvana and False Gods are bringing their tribute to the rock legends to the Vic on Tuesday. Not one to miss if you were a fan of the original Nirvana. If you enjoy world cinema, then head down to the Arts Centre next Wednesday for their screening of A Separation, a complex human drama that explores the cultural and social minefield that is modern Iran. Do you enjoy the music of John Taylor and Norma Winston? Well, their son Alex Taylor will be performing at Baker Street on Thursday. Already compared to the likes of Damien Rice and Jeff Buckley, be prepared for an energetic and passionate vocal performance. At the time of producing this event list, tickets were still available, but we do suggest you check with each venue before attending. Dying to have a go at that later on. In the meantime, our reporter Phil recorded an interview earlier on this week with Don Rogers, probably regarded as one of the finest players Swindon Town has ever had, playing outside left on 2 separate spells, and in 2008 even had South Stand named after him.
69. I know it's a different stadium, but what would your advice be to the players? Just enjoy the day?
Just enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, we all want to win. So we all say the same thing. Oh, as long as it's a good game and we all come away. Nah, pros want to win. If you don't win, it's a bad day.
How did it feel as a player on your way to Wembley?
Well, I think you're just looking forward to it, that's all. The main thing is you can't wait for the Saturday or the Sunday to come to play it. I mean, it's just one of those things you look forward to. I mean, it was a dream for us in '69. I mean, you know, you don't beat 4 Premiership clubs if they would be now. We beat 4 Premier on the way, which is unheard of. I mean, it wouldn't happen now.
And last night, Swindon's superb victory against Torquay. Your last game before you went to Wembley, what were your thoughts before?
Don't ask me what it was because I can't remember. To be honest with you, you don't take any notice. You're concentrating on the game you're playing. Because as in 69 again, it's all relatively the same because they're pushing for promotion and so were we. So the league matches are more important than the cup, really.
And on the day, your thoughts? You stayed in a hotel the night before.
Yeah.
When you first arrived at Wembley.
I think that's my best memories. I think actually arriving at Wembley and going up towards the ground in the coach. I think that was a wonderful sight. That and all the Swindon red and white people. You know, that was one of the best parts of the day.
It's an amazing day out for the town, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's what it is. It's a day out for Swindon, yeah.
The players on Sunday will be playing on a slightly different pitch than you played on 69.
Yeah, they'll be playing on grass. We played on mud. Yeah, that's the difference. But I mean, we were lucky really because we were playing at home really. Because the county ground was mud from September to March anyway, so it was like playing on our own pitch.
And when you're playing at Wembley, the crowd, the noise, do you eventually, you just don't realise, are you blocking it out, you're just concentrating on the football?
To be honest, the crowd you hear when you come out, and that's it. During the game, you're just concentrating on the game. You don't hear the crowd very often because they're a long way from the pitch. I mean, you realise what the crowd's like at the end of the game when you've won, like we did. And there's all this, everybody, that end was up and, you know, so that's when you actually notice how many people were there. Paolo's done brilliant for the club, hasn't he? I mean, he's up and down. People, they see how enthusiastic he is. That's what, and it's changed the club completely this year. Just his attitude.
The passion he's got for Swindon is incredible, isn't it?
The passion is the way he is. I mean, it's not just Swindon. Wherever he was, he'd be the same. You can tell that because he's on the edge all the time and he's really with it. But he's done brilliantly for the club this year.
What does it take to lift a cup at Wembley?
A lot of luck to start with. To get there, you need a bit of luck. I think that's the most important thing, to get luck along the way, and then when you get there, it's just a one-off game. And in Swindon's situation this year, as in 69, promotion as well. I mean, I'd take promotion any time over a cup win, there's no doubt about that. And I think all the players would. But for the players, it's a one-off day. Go and enjoy it. Hope we win. If we don't, next week's all about the league anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Don Rogers, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
If you live in West Swindon, there's good value to be had every day of the week at the Hungry Horse pubs, Woodlands Edge and the Brookhouse Farm. With kids eating from as little as £1 on Mondays and Tuesdays, curry and a pint for $4.99 on Wednesdays, right through to 2 Sunday roasts for £10, it sounds like great value. Well known for their good cooking, the Fat Dog in Shrivenham have just launched their new set menu. At £19.95 for 3 courses, including tea and coffee, there are plenty of mouth-watering dishes on offer to tickle your taste buds. Rumour has it that the homemade bread and butter pudding for dessert is also one not to miss. Good honest pub food is available at the Royal Oak in Bishopston. From this Michelin-awarded pub, what better way to start the week? Real pies and real pints are available on Mondays and Tuesdays for £12.50 per person, with a choice of superbly cooked fillings and excellent real ales. And for those who don't like their ale, wine can also be served instead. There must be something about the changing of the seasons that means fish seems to be more on the menu at this time of year. And where better to sample some properly locally sourced trout than at the inn famous for it. For £13.50 you can enjoy a Byberry trout and all the trimmings at the Trout Inn at Lechlade, in their restaurant or bar. At the time of producing this show, all these offers were available, but we suggest you check with each venue before attending. Last week we asked you, the people of Swindon, what you thought of horse racing. Well, this week we've taken to the streets again and asked you about another controversial subject.
Budget, does it really make any difference? Do you just think it's just the way it is?
It's just the way it is, we just accept it.
It's the budget today. Do you know what the budget is?
Not really.
I wish I could earn enough money to worry about it.
But down from 50p to 45p, is that a good move? Do you think that's
I've no
taxing
idea.
the rich?
I don't know, because they seem to be able to pay accountants not to pay it. So I don't think it'll make a lot of difference, to be honest.
Top rate of tax down from 50p to 45p. Good move?
Indeed. And stimulate growth, and it'll keep the right people over here, not taking the money outside the country. You know, essentially.
Get the market moving again, let people spend some money, get it all working round and around. Good news.
Largely the budget. Are people really that bothered?
I think the people that smoke will be bothered, and the people that drink a bit will be bothered. The drivers will be quite pleased that the fuel duty has stayed the same. I think they'll see it as almost neutral, but a positive steps a bit.
I think they're bothered about it, but they can't do anything about it, so they just have to accept it, don't they?
Do you think it will make any difference to you?
Maybe. This depends on what the guys do in the parliament anyway. So hopefully everything's going to be good.
Are you a drinker? Are you a smoker?
No, I'm not. Not either, man. No.
You might be all right. Is
Yeah.
that unfair? You know, penalising smokers, in your opinion? Or?
Yeah, I think it is personally, because if they want to quit, if they want to stop people smoking, they should just ban smoking altogether, not bring up the charges. The only reason they raise it because they know they get some money from tax from it, I think. But
5p, is it going to make a difference? Don't think so.
Threshold of tax up £1,100 from next year up to just above £9,000. Good move?
For the people that are earning less, yes it is. For the people that are earning obviously more than that anyway, it's not going to make a massive difference, is it? So,
what would you like to have seen in the budget?
I don't know. Some more money for people that are working to help them pay for their childcare costs would have been quite useful for me to be able to go back to work.
I do believe that this thing on a Sunday is bad, opening all the shops. It makes the supermarkets got plenty of money, it makes them greedy, and the more you give them, the greedier they get. And I mean, if you can't shop in 6 hours and 6 days a week, I think that's a very bad move, and I don't think that would help the country, you know.
If you were Chancellor, what would you do?
I'd take the money and run, probably. You know, I don't know, it's a big job, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know,
certainly bring down the tax on petrol at the end of the day, because obviously my car's off the road now because I can't afford to keep it on the road at the end of the day. Obviously I drive a diesel car, £1.45 to get it on the road. Obviously £10 don't go nowhere, does it? So
what's the first thing you'd do?
Resign.
Cheers, thank you.
As you can see, I'm here at the massive ice rink at the Links Centre, and you know what, you've really got to give it a go. If you've never tried it, try it. But it's not only an opportunity for you to have a go at ice skating, this is also home to the Swindon Wildcats, and I'm here to talk to Aaron Nell, who's one of the players. Hi Aaron.
Hi,
how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What a great setup you've got here.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's very well ran here by the council, and we've got one of the nicest rinks in our league, so it's really nice to play here.
So how are the Swindon Wildcats doing in the league at the moment?
We had a tough start to the season, but in the last month we've been probably the best team in the league, I'd say. And
fantastic.
We've won 8 of our last 10 games and doing really well.
So what about games coming up?
Well, we've got 2 more league games coming up this weekend on Saturday against Manchester, and then next week we have a Kids Go Free game against Telford, and then we have our playoffs.
Now, what about people who support you? Because you have a great team of supporters, don't you?
Yeah, we have a great fan base, and in the last, I'd say, month, they've been the loudest I've ever heard them. And they've more and more people are coming to the games, and you see new people here every week, and it's really good.
Now, what about people who may be watching this thinking, you know, I've never thought of this, but I might give this a go. Is there a way that people can get involved in trying it themselves?
Yeah, definitely. We have 2 different sessions. We have an adult learn to play session where on a Thursday evening, anyone can come down and play and don't have to bring any equipment whatsoever. We all provide it all. And then on a Friday night, we have at 6:15 we have a juniors. So we have a 3-year-old on there all the way up to 16 on the ice.
3 years old.
Just bring themselves along and give it a go.
So one of the things everyone thinks about ice hockey is the amount of kit. I mean, you have a lot of clobber to put on, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. There's lots and lots of equipment to keep us protected. We've actually got Ryan Aldridge here, who's our head coach. And he could show you some of the equipment and I'll talk us through it.
Right, okay. There's a lot of it. Hi, Ryan.
How's it going?
Okay, so what have we got? Oh, you want me to sit down? Hang on, I'm putting this on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna get you in it and see you are out on the ice.
Be very afraid. Right, okay, so first of all we've got...
This is actually goalie equipment, okay, so the goalies are the ones that, they're the crazy ones who stand in front of the puck. And our puck can move up
I'm starting to feel worried now.
Our puck can move up to 100 miles an hour, so they've got these big pads, and these are twice as big as cricket pads, and they protect their legs. And we've also got this big bit of body armour.
So where does that go? Through here?
Yeah. And that's almost like a bulletproof vest.
Know about the microphone there.
And it's, as you can tell, it's very heavy. And you've got lots of it.
I feel like the Michelin Man.
Lots of protection in the shoulders and in the arms. So when they go on the ice, they're fully protected and they've got great equipment.
Fantastic. This is one. Wait, how can you still move though with all of this?
They're great athletes, the goalies. It's quite incredible what they can do. They're very flexible and very slender, and they can move really well.
Yeah, I like the way you say very slender and look at me a little bit more at that. Yeah, thanks for that. So there's all of this, and I presume this stops you actually from getting hurt.
Yes, this has got great protection.
Wow, look at these.
We've got a catcher here, it's almost like a baseball mitt.
Okay.
And we've got a blocker, and all this is very, very hard.
Right.
And they can't feel anything. There's a few places where if they get hit in the right spot, it will hurt, but they're very well protected.
Which is brilliant, and of course the helmet as well to protect the head.
That's our most important bit, and that's.
Okay. Right.
And
wonderful.
As you can tell, that's it can be quite smelly in there too, I'm sure.
I wasn't going to mention that, but yes, I can notice that as well. So, and now he's got to run around.
Yeah, the goalies they're fantastic athletes. The way they can move, and they're normally quite light, and they're very flexible. They fly about the net and a little bit crazy too.
You would have to be a little bit, but this is great kit. I suppose I should really go out and have a go.
Yeah, we'll get you out there and we'll see how you do.
Heaven help me. How the heck you're supposed to play in this as well as walk? Anyway, Thomas Murdy, eat your heart out. Right. It's going to go wrong, isn't it? Oops. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't save it, but what the heck. You know what? Please do let us know what you think of the show. If you're enjoying it, you can tweet us, hashtag The Swindon Show, Facebook, email the studio at The Swindon Show as well. We want to hear from you. Lots of feedback, please. Now, while I get my breath back and get out of this clubber, here's Peter with all the sports news.
Thanks, Alistair. And of course, it's the big one on Sunday as Swindon play in their first cup final in over 40 years as they take on Chesterfield in the Johnston Paint Trophy final at Wembley. Now, it's not the first time Swindon have played at Wembley since it reopened, but they'll be looking for a better result this time round after being beaten by Millwall in the League One playoff final a couple of years ago. Now, Swindon beat Torquay, who was second in the league, 2-0 at the county ground on Tuesday evening. And after such a positive result, the fans are really getting behind Swindon and think they can win the trophy on Sunday, and so do we here at the Swindon Show. So come on, Swindon! Let's see what the fans had to say on Tuesday evening.
This whole season, it's just been crazy. I think, everyone says about last year and how low it was because it was, the lowest of the low. And this year, Di Canio's come in and, every player we've had this year, has wanted to play for us. Those that hasn't, he's got rid of them. And I just think there's such a feel-good factor. Everyone, I know people who've not been to a football game before who I've said, look, come along, and they're all getting season tickets next year. So I just think that goes to show what an impact this man's had on our town.
And a Wembley final on Sunday.
Couldn't ask for more, could you? So hopefully we can go there and do ourselves justice this year.
First 15 minutes a little bit uncertain, but after that, totally dominant.
Yeah.
I think we won the physical battle in midfield and then let our creative players able to play.
Bristow was amazing today, and so was Connor. I don't know why you haven't played Connor for ages.
Yeah. What do you think about Paolo then this season? Unbelievable, isn't it?
He's quite funny at the side, jumps around a lot. Good manager.
Risa played very well. Yeah, and Holmes, Benson, they all played well.
It's great times to be a town fan, I'll tell you. Great times.
What are your expectations for Sunday then?
Well, if we play like that, we should murder them.
Yeah.
But we should do them. And what's it going to be like on Sunday if we win on the pitch? My God.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Super.
It's great preparation for Sunday, isn't it?
Oh, it's good preparation, but I wouldn't want to give a prediction, though.
No prediction?
No. Well, they should win. Put it that way.
Sell of a season for Town.
They've done exceptionally well, and Di Canio's really done the job for them, haven't they?
Your man of the match tonight?
Oliver Risser. Yeah, I was surprised when he played him at centre half, but excellent game.
Coming to his own this season, isn't he?
Excellent game. Absolutely excellent game. They all played well, though.
Can't wait till Sunday.
Yeah, you going?
Yeah, oh yes.
Your prediction?
I'll go for 2-1.
Definitely a win.
Oh yeah, no probs.
4-0 Swindon.
4-0?
Yeah, 4-0.
Well, we've had a few 3-0s, we've had a couple of 2-0s, but 4-0.
Let's say 4 or 5-0.
Brilliant. Best season for a long, long time, isn't it?
Yeah, the feel-good factor's back in the town. Who's that down to then?
Well, it's got to be down to Paolo, hasn't it, really? And some people, you either love him or you don't like him, but he's passionate and that's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Everyone stays after the game. And
It's brilliant. It's a great feeling, you know. You just want to come and watch more football, don't you, all the time?
Looking forward to Sunday then?
Can't wait, mate. Can't wait. It's going to be wonderful. Whatever happens, if we win or lose, it's going to be a great day out. This club deserves it.
Yeah. So prediction then, mate?
Prediction, 2-1 to Town on Sunday.
Meanwhile, for Swindon Supermarine, things are on the up. They've secured back-to-back victories. Last weekend, they won 2-0 against Banbury. This week, they've got Chesham at home, and who knows, if they win, they may yet avoid relegation from the Evo Stick Southern Premier League. As the excitement builds for London 2012, the Olympic relay route was released this week. Swindon will have the torch on May the 23rd. It will take in the iconic Magic Roundabout as well as other locations around Swindon before making its final destination to Wharf Green. Now, Wharf Green will in fact be one of only 22 destinations in the UK that will have the games shown live on the big screen. They'll also have plenty of other activities the day the torch comes to town. So if you fancy getting involved with any Olympic activities or festivities, then get on down to Wharf Green on May the 23rd. So as we've seen, the Swindon Wildcats have found form just at the right time this season. They've won their last 4 games in a row, including 3 last weekend. Let's see if they can continue their impressive form against the Manchester Phoenix and the Peterborough Phantoms this weekend. Speedway got underway at the weekend with the annual Bob Kilby Memorial Trophy. Birmingham's new number 1, Bjarne Pedersen, won the event, but there was some good news for Robins fans as Hand Anderson came in second. Now Swindon are actually they're in action tonight against a Somerset Rebels select side, so let's cheer on the Robins. Now, who would like to see Alistair falling over on the ice?
Oh! How the heck do I get up again? Well, we've had a fantastic day here at the Link Centre. We've seen a lot already, of course, the wonderful ice rink, we've seen the swimming pool, you saw Peter in the gym. Well, there's a lot more to it than that. There's 3 five-a-side football pitches. On the other side of here, there's a full sports hall. And also, what about this amazing climbing wall? As you know, we like to feature local talent here on the Swindon Show, and this week we have got a real surprise for you. It's a great pleasure to meet the Hot Steppers, and here is Chief Choreographer and Teacher, Natasha. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Now, first of all, tell us, how long have you been together as a group?
Well, the group's been together for about 7 years. This particular group have just been together, well, we started rehearsing last night, but they do a lot of dancing together, but the actual group has started 7 years ago.
And we've only got a sample of the group here today, so
Yeah.
how many are there actually in total?
Around about 22 regular people that come to the group and do various performances throughout the year. Some children do other stuff, go on to competitions and things, but a lot of more children join in the performances and fetes and things.
And you were saying before they come from all over Swindon,
Yeah.
Whitton Bassett
Yeah,
and so on,
all
and you get together.
over.
So how often do you get to rehearse?
We get to rehearse twice a week in a local church, which is the main area where we meet. But we kind of go all about really wherever there's a hall we go. So
Fantastic. Well, let's meet this wonderful team. First of all, who are you?
Nathan,
And how old are you?
7.
7. Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
You are. Look at that big smile. Hello, who are you?
I'm Anika.
And how old are you?
I'm 11.
Okay.
I'm Caitlin and I'm 11. I'm Courtney and I'm 10.
I love the way you look in the camera. That's fantastic. A true pro in the making.
I'm Jamila and I'm 15.
You had to think about that, didn't you? You were concentrating too much on your dance steps. And finally,
I'm Natalie and I'm 13.
now Natalie apparently is the chatty one. So Natalie, tell us a bit about your dreams first of all for you and also the group.
I think we all want to just carry on dancing because it's something that we love and we like doing it together. So maybe if we got famous together, and yeah, I just love dance and so does everyone else. So yeah.
Well, I can tell your true passion. It's been great to talk to you and great to talk to all of you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to seeing the performance. Now, while they limber up, let's tell you a little bit more about this week's competition. Now this week's competition is a must for any theatre lovers. We're giving away 2 tickets to see an Inspector Calls at the Wyvern Theatre. All you have to do to be in with a chance to win is to answer the following question. When playing ice hockey, players score by hitting a what into the goal? A. Ball, B. Puck, C. Orange. If you think you know the answer, then visit the address on the screen now. If you have a smartphone, you can also scan the barcodes to be taken straight there. The competition closes next Friday and the winner will be contacted by phone and email. For full terms and conditions, please see the competitions page. Now don't forget, we want to hear from you. This is your platform, your show. Please be in touch with us. You can do all the usual things. Follow us on Twitter, hashtag The Swindon Show, on Facebook, and also email studio@theswindonshow.com. We want to hear about your stories, want to hear about events, restaurants or recommendations. Plus, if you would like to be on the show yourself, maybe co-hosting with me, maybe on the other side of the camera, or any form of involvement, please again do let us know. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the show. We've had a blast here at the Link Centre. Thank you to everybody who's made it possible, from the Wildcats to the Hot Steppers and everybody who've been so great to us, especially Neil, who's on the other end of this rope at the moment. We look forward to seeing you again next week on The Swindon Show. In the meantime, to play us out, here are the Hot Steppers. It's all very well getting up here, but how do we get down?
This is for them 20-somethings. Time really moved fast. You were just 16. This is for them 30-something that didn't turn out exactly how your mom and dad wanted you to be. This is for them 40-something. Well, raise up your glass and laugh like a mother. This is for them 50-something. Hell, you're halfway there, baby. Take it to the head.
Get out my head. Get out my head. You just don't know how much I messed up my flow. How much I messed up my flow. So high, but now I know. Forget about you. Wasted all my time on you. You used to feel so brand new. Get out my head. Out here we're still getting it. 10 years deep in the game, still getting it. Back a fan, rapping like that, still getting it. Getting it. Something like the best, still getting it.
Heading full speed in the lane, still getting it. Leave for them as a record. Yeah, it's leave for them as a record. Yeah, it's leave for them as a record. 2004. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm leave for the beat.